We are going to summarize Atomic Habits book written by James Clear. This book is all you need to understand how to build good habits, and how to quit the bad ones. Take a pen and paper and note down the important points. Let's start then. Introduction: Why Tiny Habits Matter. James Clear opens the book with a dramatic story of a serious injury he suffered in high school. His skull was smashed by a baseball bat accidentally, causing seizures, a medically induced coma, and months of recovery. He didn't get better through any massive transformation. Instead, he rebuilt his life through small, consistent improvements: going to bed a little earlier, exercising a little more, studying a little longer, organizing his environment better, improving 1% every day. This becomes the foundation of the book. Small habits don't add up, they compound. A 1% improvement every day makes you 37 times better in a year. A 1% decline every day makes you near zero. This is the core argument. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just like money multiplies over time, your habits multiply their effects. The problem: people think improvements must be massive to matter. But results are often delayed. Habits follow a curve of slow, invisible growth until a breakthrough happens: the plateau of latent potential. Key idea: the plateau of latent potential. When you start a new habit, you see almost no progress. You feel like you're working hard for nothing. Eventually, a breakthrough moment appears, not because you suddenly improved, but because all the small improvements accumulated. This explains why people quit too early. Habits feel useless in the beginning. Success looks sudden from outside, but it was built slowly, invisibly. Chapter 1: The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. An atomic habit is a tiny chain, a small routine, a 1% improvement, with the power to compound like atoms splitting. Outcomes versus processes versus identity. James Clear introduces 3 layers of behavior. 1. Outcomes: what you get. Losing weight. Ranking first. Publishing a book. 2. Processes: what you do. Training routines. Study schedules. Writing habits. 3. Identity: what you believe. I'm a healthy person. I'm a disciplined student. I'm a writer. Most people try to change by focusing on outcomes. Clear argues we must reverse it. Identity: right arrow; processes; right arrow; outcomes. Example: outcome-based: I want to lose weight. Identity-based: I am the type of person who never misses a workout. The real change happens when habits shape your identity. Identity reinforces your habits. Every action becomes a vote for the type of person you want to be. Chapter 2: How your habits shape your identity and vice versa. This chapter explains why habits become permanent only if they match your identity. Why motivation fails if it contradicts your self-image. Example: if someone tries to quit smoking and someone offers a cigarette. Outcome-based person says, I'm trying to quit. Identity-based person says, I'm not a smoker. That one sentence reflects a completely different identity. Identity is built through repeated actions. You don't need to be perfect. You just need enough votes in the right direction. If you practice guitar once, right arrow identity, maybe I can play. If you practice 20 times, right arrow identity, I'm a guitarist. Key principle: every habit is a vote for who you want to become. Clear's advice: choose the identity first. Then let your habits confirm it. Chapter 3: How to build better habits in 4 simple steps. Clear breaks any habit into 4 parts. 1. Cue: what triggers the habit. Example: phone buzzes, you wake up, you walk into the kitchen. 2. Craving: the desire behind the habit. Example: wanting connection, relaxation, stimulation. 3. Response: the action you take. Example: checking Instagram, drinking coffee, smoking. 4. Reward: what you gain. Example: satisfaction, relief, pleasure. Every behavior is a loop. Cue right arrow, craving right arrow, response right arrow, reward right arrow, cue again. The 4 laws of behavior change. Clear transforms these 4 steps into a system for building habits. To build a habit. 1. Make it obvious, cue. 2. Make it attractive, craving. 3. Make it easy, response. 4. Make it satisfying, reward. To break a bad habit. 1. Make it invisible. 2. Make it unattractive. 3. Make it difficult. 4. Make it unsatisfying. The rest of the book breaks down each law. Law 1. Make it obvious. Chapter 4. The Man Who Did Look Right. A story. A nurse walks into a hospital room, sees a patient, and immediately senses something is wrong, even though machines show normal readings. Her experience allowed her brain to pick up subtle cues unconsciously. Habits work the same way. Most of our daily actions run on autopilot because we respond to cues without thinking. We fail to change our habits because we are not aware of them. Clear gives a tool called Heavy the Habits Scorecard. Write down your daily habits and label them. Good, bad, neutral. Example: wake up, good. Check phone, right arrow, bad. Brush teeth, right arrow, good. Scroll Instagram, bad. This makes your unconscious routines visible. Chapter 5. The Best Way to Start a New Habit. Clear introduces implementation intentions. Most people say, I will study more, I will start gym, I will eat healthy. But vague intentions lead to vague actions. Implementation, intention formula. I will behavior at time and location. Examples: I will study physiology at 9 p.m. in my room. I will work out at 7 a.m. at the gym. I will meditate at 6:30 a.m. on my bed. This dramatically increases follow-through. Heavy habit stacking, very powerful. Attach a new habit to an old one. After current habit, I will new habit. Example: after brushing my teeth, I will drink 1 glass of water. After sitting to study, I will revise flashcards for 2 minutes. After returning home, I will immediately change into workout clothes. This uses existing habits as triggers. Chapter 6. Motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. Environment shapes behavior more than motivation. People think they need more motivation, but what they actually need is a better environment. Examples: if your phone is near you, you will check it. If junk food is on the table, you will eat it. If books are within reach, you will read more. Environment, willpower. Design your environment to support your future self. Examples: keep healthier food visible. Put your phone in another room during study. Keep textbooks open on the table. Lay out workout clothes the night before. Small changes in environment equals big changes in behavior. Chapter 7. The Secret to Self-Control. This chapter destroys the myth of strong willpower. People with great self-control aren't stronger. They simply avoid tempting situations. The easiest way to break bad habits. Heavy, make cues invisible. Examples: want to avoid distractions, keep your phone far away. Want to quit smoking, avoid smokers. Want to stop junk eating, don't buy junk. Self-control is a temporary strategy. Environment design is a permanent one. Law 2. Make it attractive. Chapter 8. How to make a habit irresistible. Habits become easier when we crave them. Clear introduces dopamine, a neurotransmitter that motivates us. We feel dopamine before action, not after. Heavy, when a habit becomes attractive, it becomes automatic. Temptation bundling. Pair something you want with something you need. Example: only watch Netflix while exercising. Only drink your favorite coffee while studying. Only listen to music while cleaning. This makes habits more appealing. Chapter 9. the role of family and friends. Behavior is contagious. We imitate 3 groups. Heavy 1, the close family and friends. If your friends gym, you gym. If they eat junk, you eat junk. Heavy 2, the many, the tribe. If a behavior is normal in society, we naturally follow it. Heavy 3, the powerful, those we admire. We copy people we respect. The lesson: surround yourself with people who have the habits you want. Join groups where your desired behavior is the norm, where you feel connected and confident. e.g., if you want to study more, join a study group or community. Chapter 10: How to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. Every craving is actually a desire to change your internal state. Example: you don't want to smoke, you want relaxation. You don't want to scroll Instagram, you want stimulation. You don't want sugar, you want an energy boost. Heavy reframe habits to make them more attractive. Example: I have to study, right arrow, I get to learn something new. I have to run, right arrow, running makes me stronger. I have to wake early, right arrow, morning gives me peace and power. Mindset shift, right arrow, more motivation. Law 3, make it easy. Chapter 11, walk slowly but never backward. Stop trying to be perfect, start being consistent. People fail because they aim for perfect routines. Instead, aim for showing up. Heavy, motion versus action. Motion equals planning, thinking, researching. Action equals doing the work. Example: watching productivity videos equals motion. Actually studying equals action. Motion feels productive, but doesn't produce results. Chapter 12, the law of least effort. Humans naturally choose the easiest option. To build a habit: reduce friction. Remove obstacles. Simplify your environment. Examples: pack your gym bag the night before. Keep guitar on a stand, not in a case. Keep books open on your desk. Turn off auto login on social media. Increase friction. Small steps, right arrow, big improvements. Chapter 13, how to stop procrastinating using the 2-minute rule. Heavy, a habit should be so easy you can do it in less than 2 minutes. Examples: read every day, right arrow, read 1 page. Run daily, right arrow, wear running shoes. Work on business, right arrow, open laptop. The 2-minute rule removes resistance. Once you start, you usually continue. Chapter 14, make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Use commitment devices. Examples: delete social media apps. Use website blockers. Buy smaller plates to reduce eating. Keep unhealthy food out of your home. Use automatic savings. You make good habits the default option, and bad habits difficult or impossible. Star Law 4, make it satisfying. Chapter 15, the cardinal rule of behavior chain. James Clear introduces the cardinal rule. What is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided. Humans evolved to respond to instant gratification, not long-term benefits. This is why junk food beats healthy food, instant taste versus long-term health. Scrolling social media beats studying, instant dopamine versus long-term success. Skipping workouts feels rewarding now, relaxation, though harmful later. The problem: most good habits have delayed rewards. Most bad habits have instant rewards. Examples: exercising, pain now, fitness later. Studying, effort now, grades later. Saving money, restriction now, wealth later. So how do we fix this? Clear says, heavy make good habits feel rewarding immediately. Heavy make bad habits feel painful immediately. Humans repeat what gives instant satisfaction, even if long-term harmful. So smart habit design uses this bias in your favor. How to make good habits satisfying immediately. 1. Use reinforcement. After completing a habit, reward yourself instantly. Examples. After studying 1 hour, right arrow, allow 10 minutes of entertainment. After completing workout, right arrow, mark progress in your tracker. After saving money, put a star on your savings board. The key is, the reward must come right after the habit. 2. Use habit tracking, very powerful. A habit tracker satisfies several psychological needs. Visual proof of progress, sense of accomplishment, motivation to keep the streak alive, a reminder to stay consistent. Clear gives a famous rule. Heavy never break the chain. Marking an X on a calendar for each day you do the habit creates a streak. Streaks motivate your brain to keep going because the visual reward is satisfying. 3. Make progress visible. Humans love seeing evidence of improvement. Examples. Weight loss chart, study hours log, business earnings sheet, notebook filled with pages, gym logbook. Seeing progress feels like a reward. Emotional satisfaction matters most. Habits are not just physical, they're emotional. If the emotion after the habit is pride, growth, satisfaction, confidence, then the habit sticks. Star Chapter 16, How to Stick with Good Habits Every Day. The main tool, habit tracking. Clear explains why tracking works. Heavy 1, it's obvious, you see whether you did it or not. Heavy 2, it's attractive, streaks motivate. Heavy 3, it's satisfying, checking off the habit feels good. Habit trackers can be an app, a calendar, a notebook, tally marks, digital logs, spreadsheets. The key is consistency. The 2 rules of habit tracking. Rule 1, never miss twice. You will miss a day, that's fine. But missing 2 days in a row is dangerous because it becomes a pattern. Missing once is a mistake. Missing twice is the start of a new habit, a bad one. Examples. If you skip gym Monday, right arrow, go Tuesday. If you miss studying one night, right arrow, next night must be a comeback. If you break your sleep routine, once, right arrow, fix it immediately. This single rule prevents almost all habit collapse. Rule 2, keep it simple. Tracking the habit should not become a second job. The tracker must be vast, easy, minimal, visual. You only track essential behaviors. Why habit tracking works? Because it gives immediate dopamine. Your brain feels accomplishment, success, growth. This emotional boost makes the habit satisfying. Star Chapter 17, How an Accountability Partner Changes Everything. This chapter covers social reinforcement and punishment. Humans fear 2 things. 1, being judged. 2, being embarrassed. Clear says, we care more about what others think than we admit. So use this to your advantage. Tools for accountability. 1, accountability partners. You share your goals with someone. A friend, mentor, community, study partner. Their presence increases consistency. 2, habit contracts. A written agreement. What you will do, when you will do it. What happens if you fail? Often includes penalties. Pay rupee 500 each time you miss gym. Give up phone usage if you don't study 2 hours. Donate money each time you break a rule. This creates immediate consequences, which human brains respond to strongly. 3, social commitment. Tell your progress publicly. Posting on Instagram. Progress videos. Streak stories. Group chats. Monthly updates. Social pressure makes quitting embarrassing, so you persist. The power of public shame. Clear emphasizes this funny truth. A little shame is a big motivator. If others can see you failing, you are far more likely to avoid failure. Star end of Law 4, Reward. Now we move into the advanced mastery section. Star Advanced Sections, How to Master HABITS for Life. Chapter 18, The Truth About Talent, When Genes Matter and When They Don't. This chapter answers, does talent matter? Are some people naturally better suited for certain habits? Should you force yourself into things you're not built for? Clear says, heavy genes determine your range. Habits determine how far you go within that range. Meaning, genetics matter, but only to an extent. Your habits decide the outcome inside your genetic boundaries. Example, a genetically short person likely won't become a pro basketball player. A genetically strong person may excel in sports more easily. A person with natural linguistic ability may learn faster. But habits bring out the potential. Find habits that match you. Clear gives a strong rule. Choose habits that suit your natural personality. Why? Because when a habit matches your nature, matches your environment, matches your strengths, then the habit becomes effortless. Personality and identity. He uses the big 5 personality traits: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism. Your habits should complement your personality. Examples. If you're an extrovert, right arrow, choose social workouts. If you're introverted, right arrow, home workouts. If you are orderly, right arrow, time blocking works. If you're flexible, right arrow, task-based lists fit better. You perform best when habits feel natural. Chapter 19, The Goldilocks Rule, How to Stay Motivated in Life and Work. This is a powerful concept. Heavy humans stay motivated when working on tasks that are not too easy, not too hard, just a little challenging. This optimal challenge zone is called the Goldilocks zone. If something is too easy, right arrow, boredom. If something is too hard, right arrow, anxiety. But if it's just slightly beyond your current ability, right arrow, flow state. Example, if you can do 20 push-ups, aim for 21 or 22. If you study 2 hours normally, push for 2.5. If you run 5 km, try 6 km next time. Small increases keep motivation high. Flow state and deep satisfaction. When habits hit the sweet spot, you become focused. Time passes quickly. You improve rapidly. You feel happy with progress. This is how professionals like athletes, artists, writers, surgeons enter flow state. But motivation naturally drops. Clear explains the boredom cycle. Even world-class performers get bored of daily practice. The difference between winners and losers. Heavy champions stick to the habits even when boring. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Chapter 20, The Downside of Creating Good Habits. Habits can cause autopilot, laziness, mindlessness, plateau. Because once mastery is achieved, you stop paying attention. Clear says, the brain loves efficiency, but efficiency kills growth. How to prevent habit stagnation. 1. Reflect regularly. Weekly or monthly check-ins. What improved? What isn't working? What should be changed? Reflection turns mindlessness into awareness. 2. Review your systems. Ask, is this habit still serving my identity? Can I improve the routine? Is it time to level up? Example, if you study 2 hours, easily right arrow, upgrade to 3. If gym is routine, increase intensity. If business content is repetitive, right arrow, innovate. 3. Break the plateau by tracking improvements. To avoid stagnation, track intensity, difficulty, volume, consistency. Without tracking, you fool yourself into thinking you're improving. 4. Challenge yourself again. Use Goldilocks rule again. Habits must evolve with your skill level. If your habits become too easy, your brain loses interest. Effort declines. Enthusiasm fades. So once a habit is stable, increase the challenge slightly. Key advanced principle: staying in the growth zone without burning out. The perfect balance. Too easy equals boring. Too hard equals overwhelming. Slight stretch equals motivating. Professionals have mastered the art of staying forever in the growth zone. Section 1. The Deep Psychology of Habit Transformation. Chapters 18-20 expanded with the conclusion, life framework, and long-term identity shift. Although James Clear finishes the book at Chapter 20, Part 3 of this summary deeply synthesizes every advanced concept, extended example, and final philosophical lessons that the book implies but doesn't explicitly narrate. This is the graduate-level extraction, the underlying wisdom behind the 4 laws. Let's begin by going deeper into the nature of mastery, identity design, talent versus training, and how small habits permanently restructure your life trajectory. Star 1. Identity change, the final foundation. James Clear opens and closes Atomic Habits with one ultimate principle. True behavior change is identity change. Meaning, you don't just do better habits. You become the kind of person who does them naturally. Most people try to change outcomes. I want to lose 10 kg. I want to score 80%. I want to earn 25K per month. I want a healthy relationship. Some people try to change processes. I will go to the gym. I will study 4 hours daily. I will post daily on Instagram. But the deepest change is identity, right arrow processes, right arrow outcomes. Identity drives everything. Heavy, you'll study consistently if you believe. I am a disciplined student. Heavy, you'll stay fit if you believe. I am an athlete. Heavy, you'll earn money if you believe. I am the kind of person who learns skills and monetizes them. Heavy, you'll stay loyal, patient, and mature in relationships if you believe. I am a loving and emotionally stable partner. Identity is the root. Habits are the branches. Results are the fruit. Star how identity forms. Identity forms through a simple loop. 1. You take an action. 2. The action gives you evidence. 3. The evidence reinforces the identity. 4. The stronger the identity, the more consistent the action become. Example. If you read 1 page, right arrow, you become a reader. If you meditate 1 minute, right arrow, you become a calm person. If you save rupee 10, right arrow, you become a financially responsible person. If you study 20 minutes, right arrow, you become an academic achiever. Each habit is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Heavy, a single vote doesn't change the election. Heavy but consistent voting wins it. This is why small habits matter. They reinforce identity. Star 2. The identity, habit, environment triangle. Clear emphasizes that environment is often more powerful than motivation. The triangle looks like identity, who you believe you are. HABITS, what you do every day. Environment, what influences you automatically. For permanent transformation, all 3 must be aligned. Star example, becoming a top MBBS student. Identity, I am a top-performing medical student. Habits, daily revision, spaced repetition, practice questions. Environment, study table clean, books visible, phone out of reach. Star example, becoming fit. Identity, I am someone who trains daily. Habits, 45-60 min workout. Environment, gym clothes ready, dumbbells or mat in sight. Star example, building a business. Identity, I am a creator and entrepreneur. Habits, daily posting, skill development, consistent work. Environment, content calendar, quiet workspace, templates ready. Once the triangle aligns, behavior becomes automatic. Star section 2, the plateau of latent potential, deep explained. James Clear's most important visual concept is The plateau of latent potential. This explains why success feels slow at first. Think of success like ice. Ice at 1 degree C right arrow looks same. Ice at 2 degrees C right arrow same. 3 degrees C right arrow same. 4 degrees C right arrow same. Suddenly at 0 degrees C right arrow transformation happens. But the energy was building all along. Small habits work the same way. You may feel, I studied 20 days, but still don't score high. I went to gym for a month, but body not changing. I posted on Instagram for 2 months, but no followers. I am consistent in business, but revenue not coming. This is the valley of disappointment. Most people quit here. They don't realize they're just 1 degree away from breakthrough. Success is not linear, it is exponential. The effort compounds under the surface like bamboo growth, compound interest, cell division, algorithm learning, skill stacking. Thus, your habits are working even when you don't see results. Consistency always beats intensity. Star Section 3, explanation of all 4 laws working together. Now we integrate everything. The 4 laws of behavior change. 1 cue, make it obvious. 2 craving, make it attractive. 3 response, make it easy. 4 reward, make it satisfying. You can imagine habits like a machine that runs on these 4 parts. Remove any piece and the machine collapses. Let's examine deeply how they interlock. Star 1, make it obvious your environment controls you. Put books on the desk. Put gym clothes ready. Put phone away. Keep junk food hidden. Use visual triggers. Humans are extremely cue-driven. Your brain responds to what it sees, not what you think. Star 2, make it attractive. Your brain needs emotional fuel. Use dopamine pairing, temptation bundling, social reinforcement, identity-based affirmation. We repeat what feels exciting. Star 3, make it easy. The law of least effort. Reduce friction. Prepare. Automate. Remove obstacles. Increase convenience. Have study materials ready. Pre-cook meals. Pre-plan content. Pre-arrange workspace. Lazy people win if they design smart systems. Star 4, make it satisfying. Emotions drive repetition. Use habit tracking, streaks, rewards, accountability, public commitment. When it feels good, it becomes automatic. When all 4 laws align, a habit becomes inevitable. Star Section 4, the opposite. How to break bad habits. Deep breakdown. Clear says the inversion of the laws breaks bad habits. 1, make it invisible. Hide cues. Remove triggers. Change environment. 2, make it unattractive. Reframe it negatively. Associate it with self-disgust. Visualize long-term pain. 3, make it difficult. Increase friction. Add steps. Block access. Use parental locks. Delete apps. 4, make it unsatisfying. Punish failure. Add accountability. Measure consequences. Example. Want to stop wasting time on phone? Put it in another room, invisible. Tell yourself it's ruining your future, unattractive. Switch it off and hide it under books, difficult. Give 500 penalty for usage, unsatisfying. Want to stop porn masturbation? Same 4-law inversion applies. Star Section 5, Talent Vs. Training DEPER psychology. Clear dives into one uncomfortable truth. People are not equally talented. But talent only determines where you start, what feels natural, what your strengths are. Talent cannot determine how far you go, how consistent you are, how disciplined you can become. Your environment and identity shape that. Star the secret. Choose habits that suit your biological advantages. If you are. Naturally analytical right arrow research-based studies work. Naturally social right arrow group learning works. Naturally energetic right arrow physical roles suit you. Naturally calm right arrow precision-based roles suit you. Naturally imaginative right arrow creative work suits you. Working with your nature creates sustainable habits. Success is not about trying harder. Success is about choosing the right arena. Star Section 6, The Goldilocks Rule Deep Dive. Clear explains that humans stay motivated when challenges are heavy, not too easy. Heavy, not too hard. Heavy, just slightly beyond current ability. This keeps you in high engagement, deep focus, long-term persistence. This is the flow state, described by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Star applying Goldilocks to your life. Studying. If 50 MCQs day is easy, right arrow, do 60. If 4 hours day is normal, right arrow, do 4.5. If a chapter feels overwhelming, right arrow, break into smaller tasks. Fitness. If 20 push-ups is easy, right arrow, do 25. If 3 km run is easy, right arrow, do 3.5. Business. If making 1 video day is easy, make 2. If editing is hard, simplify templates. Relationships. If communication is low, right arrow, send thoughtful message. If trust is weak, show small, consistent efforts. Star Section 7, How Mastery Works, Beyond the Book Explanation. James Clear says, mastery requires practice, but it also requires feedback. Without feedback, you repeat mistakes. You plateau. Growth stops. Mastery is a loop. 1. Practice. 2. Measure. 3. Evaluate. 4. Adjust. 5. Practice again. This is why athletes review footage. Students review mock tests. Creators review analytics. Entrepreneurs review financials. Feedback prevents stagnation. Star Section 8, Habits and Identity Conflict. One of the biggest reasons habits fail is identity conflict. Example. You want to study hard, but you believe, I am lazy. You want to get fit, but you believe, I am weak. You want a healthy relationship, but you believe, I am unlucky in love. You want to make money, but you believe, I am not talented enough. Your identity will always win against your goals. So Clear says, you cannot change your behavior permanently until you change the belief behind it. You must intentionally rewrite your internal story. Star How to Rewrite Identity. Step 1. Choose the identity you want. I am disciplined. I am consistent. I am strong. I am focused. I am successful. Step 2. Start proving it with small habits. Study 20 minutes. Work out 10 minutes. Read 1 page. Save rupee 10. Clean table for 2 minutes. Small actions rewrite identity faster than big goals. Star Section 9, The Secret of Becoming an Unstoppable Person. Clear implies a psychological truth. Heavy success is not about heroic effort, but about relentless consistency. Heavy systems beat motivation. Heavy identity beats goals. But he also warns. Heavy good habits make time your ally. Bad habits make time your enemy. Every day, your identity strengthens. Your habits compound. Your systems shape your future. You become sharper, fitter, more focused, more confident, more disciplined. Habits are not small. Habits are everything. Star Section 10, The Real Reason Habits Matter, Compounding Extended. Everything compounds. Knowledge compounds. Skills compound. Reps compound. Money compounds. Health compounds. Relationships compounds. Bad habits also compound. Laziness compounds. Distractions compound. Anger compounds. Procrastination compounds. Addiction compounds. A small choice today becomes your lifestyle tomorrow. Section 11. Advanced Habit Strategies from the book's conclusion. James Clear ends with these final lessons. Heavy 1. Mastery is a choice. You don't need more motivation. You need better systems. Heavy 2. Commitment right arrow consistency right arrow identity. Do something long enough, and you become a different person. Heavy 3. Habits are not about doing more. Habits are about being more. Heavy 4. Big success comes from tiny habits. 1%. Better every day right arrow 37x better in 1 year. Heavy 5. Environment is the invisible hand of behavior change. Your surroundings decide you. Heavy 6. You fall to the level of your systems, not your goals. Goals set direction. Systems create progress. Heavy 7. Your identity is your ultimate habit. Everything revolves around who you believe you are.